This video is sponsored by VIPSCDKey.com. VIPSCDKey is a marketplace website where you can purchase game keys and software keys with no hassle. VIPSCDKey offers a legit Windows 10 Pro key for only $21. But to make it more awesome, they will be giving another 20% discount. Just type our coupon code XTNC to get it for only $15. If you're in the Philippines, purchasing is very easy. You can use PayPal, PayMaya, or GCash. Visit VIPSCDKey.com now. I'll put the link in the video description below.
Hey, what's up guys, Action here. So here's another gaming PC build para sa inyo, featuring the new ROG Strix B760-F gaming Wi-Fi motherboard from ASUS. We'll build this with the parts that we have here, mostly ROG, which I'll explain shortly after. Then some benchmarks then like the usual. So first, let's talk muna about the star of this video, the new ASUS ROG B760-F gaming Wi-Fi motherboard. Since in-unbox ko na siya on one of my previous videos, we'll go straight through its features. So this motherboard supports the new Intel 13th Gen CPUs as well as the 12th Gen ones, since it uses the LGA 1700 CPU socket. DDR5 na rin ang memory support nito, so you'll be on the latest generation na din with speeds up to 1700 megatransfer per second through overclocking modes, gaya ng AEMP2 or ASUS Enhanced Memory Profile 2 and XMP. There's also PCIe Gen 5 support through the topmost PCIe x16 slot, then PCIe 4.0 on the rest. Other features include 16+1 power stages, each with 16 amps rating, as well as 6-layer PCB and alloy chokes. VRM heatsinks array with 2 thick heatsinks for increased heat dissipation. Meron din itong built-in Wi-Fi 6E and 2.5GB LAN on board. So meron din siyang 20GB USB-C 3.2 port, DIY-friendly features gaya ng PCIe Quick Release, M.2 QLADH at QLED indicators for easier diagnosis of problems. Of course, hindi mawawala ang RGB support with Aura Sync and the software utilities gaya ng AI features through the AI Suite 3. Design-wise, okay yung dark color tones with scattered decals which mimic a techno-retro fusion backdrop, accompanied with vibrant highlights as well as the signature illuminated ROG logo dun sa may I/O shroud. In short, keeping true to the Strix roots. Kaya sobrang dali ibagay nito sa kahit anumang team due to the color-neutral scheme of most parts. We'll pair this motherboard naman with the Intel Core i5-13600. Since this is a mid-range level motherboard, i-prepare natin siya with considerable mid-range CPU para balance, with 14 cores overall, 6 performance cores, and 8 efficiency cores. This would be great pick for gaming systems that are really into playing games beyond 1440p, which is ideal for our target use case. On the graphics card, we'll be using the new ROG Strix RTX 4070 Ti OC 12GB. From its model name, you'll know na it has 12GB of GDDR6X VRAM. Overclocking edition din ito, so it comes factory overclocked. The looks of this card is pretty similar to its cousin, the ROG Strix RTX 4080. So technically, there's the 3.15 slot design thickness, actual tech fans, and meron siyang massive heatsinks, ultra-rigid die-cast frame, and compact PCB, which all powers the RTX 40 series features gaya ng DLSS 3 at ray tracing. The RGB glow bar is also present as well as the illuminated Republic of Gamers logo. For our memory or RAM, so we have the Gskill Trident Z5 RGB 32GB DDR5 kit, 16GB x 2, rated at 6000 megatransfer per second. So this will use a dual channel configuration. Cooling the CPU for this build will be the ROG Ryuo III ARGB, which has this anime matrix LED display. So hindi siya full display, but it can show cool effects gaya ng RGB lighting and even system parameters gaya ng temps, voltages at iba pa. Storing all of our data would be the TForce Cardea Z44L 500GB Gen 4 Nvme SSD. Being Gen 4, it has rated read-write speeds of up to 3,300 and 2,400 megabytes per second respectively. And syempre for the power supply, we have the ROG Thor II 1000 watt, which has 1000 watt of power, 80 plus platinum rating, and OLED display that shows power draw in real time. On the case, we'll be putting all of this into the Cooler Master HAF 500, which has two big iconic 200mm large intake fans and mesh front panel for the optimal cooling, and also a dedicated and adjustable GPU fan. Might be a classic looking mid-tower case pero modernized for today's standard of hotter components. And that's for all the parts na gagamitin natin para sa build na ito. So let's proceed naman to actually building it with a quick montage. Then after nun, we'll show some benchmarks with the default out-of-the-box configuration as well as with optimizations that you can simply do with this build to get further performance gaya ng pag-enable ng one-click AI overclocking at AEMP2 sa UFEI or BIOS, or through the AI Suite 3 software, where you can customize CPU and GPU parameters like voltage and power phase controls, which are useful for overclocking as well. So for the benchmarks, we have 5 games running at all max settings as well as some synthetic applications. As you can see, first on the synthetics, there's not really much of a difference like a Cinebench and Blender benchmarks. Although there's some with 3D Mark times Pi. Pero pagdating sa games, dito ako na-impress. Dahil we managed to increase the FPS on some games by up to 20 to 40 FPS like CSGO, Cyberpunk 2077, and F122. Even sa Spider-Man Remastered. So to wrap this up, I think the new ASUS ROG Strix B760-F should be at least one of your choices kung gusto nyo ngayon mag-build ng bagong Intel rig ng ROG team but don't really want to spend on the higher-end C-series chipsets. As we can see, we have these features that we've utilized to get more performance from our parts. So sobrang nagustuhan ko yung resulta ng build honestly. Ang ganda ng case na ginamit natin dito and almost all parts really complemented each other. Performance-wise, impressive din overall. So there you have it. Thank you guys for tuning in. This has been Xtian, so like the video, subscribe. I'll see you on my next PC build.